Start.
Hey guys, it's Tori Boo 151,
And Empress Jack Rabbit.
and we're here today to talk about Empire. OMG.
Empire. Empire had me over the moon last week. But this week, it was like a master class of trying to get my doctorate degree in filming and
Really?
espionage and everything else. We didn't have the big romance scene per se.
Mm-hmm.
However, the shit got dark and dirty because I
Really?
kept saying I don't know where they're gonna go from Cookie and Lucius being in the bed, but
Yeah.
they really did it well.
Mm-hmm.
So where do we start?
We start with a flashback. They show everybody, Cookie, Lucius,
Oh,
and all the kids
sure.
at the courthouse, and she's getting ready to go, serve her
This
time.
sentence.
Mm-hmm. And she says bye to our kids, and letting them know that mommy still love you, and I'll be gone for a while. And she's kissing on Lucius, and she's crying and stuff.
And she's hugging that baby up. Oh,
Mhm.
girl, I don't know how you do it. You know what actually brought a tear to my eye? And I know
Really?
it's TV. But it really did because, God forbid something like that would happen in my family with myself or any of my kids or whatever. But I could just relate just because I have a brother that has been in and out a couple of times. I can really relate to the situation.
Yeah, I totally understand it as well. When you have family members that have to serve some time, you do miss them.
And there's that feeling of regret, and you messed up, and there's a lot of different emotions that go in it. And some I know from him and my niece, my husband's side, but also just life in general, I guess. You did wrong, and you got to pay for it.
Right.
But anyways, on back to the show. So, and they go to that, and then they show Cookie in the bed, in Lucius' bed. So now we find out that, which I told you was going to happen, that Anika did not go in there and interrupt that situation.
Nope.
When she saw them, because she's about, she wants Empire. She wants Empire name. She wants Empire credibility. I don't know if she wants the whole Empire, but she wants an Empire position.
Right.
Like a high position, whatever. So Cookie and Lucius are talking about, you know what? I want to. Cookie said, I want to make you immortal. So he's like, well, tell me about that. And she's buckling up his cufflinks, and she says, let's make a Lucius Lyon legacy, family legacy album where the kids are on there and Lucius is on there. And they do this one song he had sang to her called Beautiful, because it's the song You Are So Beautiful. He had sung that to her when they were going to take her off to jail. And then they showed a flashback later on, though, of her singing it to herself. So they all decide to jump in. The next thing we see them, they're at the recording studio.
Yeah, everybody's there. Everybody's cordial. They're on there singing on the tape. It's super cute. Everybody's there except for Andre. He over there in the corner looking jealous.
Right. Even Lucius and Cookie, the boys are like, you guys want to sing the hook? So everybody's in there singing. It's like the perfect family situation. Right. You're just cheering for them. Oh my God, they've got it right.
Exactly. It's so
and there cute. Is you can never make everybody happy. Right. There's Andre sitting in the corner, steaming mad because he doesn't feel he has that kind of talent.
Right.
He doesn't understand that everybody can't sing or dance or act. Everybody's got their own talent, and they're supposed to use it for the greater good. But he's feeling like he's left out.
Right.
It really is an essence of all them go back to their little boy stages.
Really.
Even at the time, Hakeem and Cookie are getting to this argument. He's trying to do some little rap situation in the studio, and she's telling him, don't sing this or that or whatever. And he's like, well, if you know it, you did it. He did the same L Dallas type of thing through the headphones. And Lucius was there as well. And he's like, I had enough of this bullshit.
Right.
Well, y'all gonna talk. And so, really, for the first time, Hakeem let out his feelings about she always trying to boss me, and we only got one boss, and that's Dad. And he said, yes, I am the only boss, here. And you're not going to have to come up in here and run everything. And then Hakeem goes into that why don't you just admit it? You love Jamal more than you love me. And she sat down next to him because now she sees what the real problem is.
Right.
And she says, I don't love Jamal more than I love you. I know him better than I know you because he was an iron baby.
Yeah, they showed the flashback.
And it is not her responsibility to have kept up with him. Lucius should have brought them kids to the jail. Phaedra. Anyway, Lucius should have brought them kids to the jail to see her to grow up. And she told him how much she loved him and was proud of him and everything. And you should have seen the smile come on his face.
It was so cute.
But she said, you're still going to sing it this way.
Right.
So now they're getting a white party together.
Mm-hmm. They're getting a white party together. And Anika wants Lucius to marry her. She's all, marry me tomorrow. He's like, hold up. Hold up, Anika. We thought...
Wait a minute, let's back up. Anika comes into the office. This is before the day of the white party, early in the day. And she says, I know you had my dad, which is a doctor, sign that paperwork saying that you got a clear bill of health. And she said, if he go down, this whole company going down.
Right.
And she said, is there anything else you're not telling me? Like you slept with Cookie last night? And so now... First, Lucius is mad. Okay? Right. He tried to explain the situation with dad, but now he's mad. But you got to watch him. He's so slick. He catches himself real quick, and he goes up to her and rubs her hand. I was sick and my ALS, and I was vulnerable, and she pushed me into that baby. I did not see no vulnerable. He came on to her.
Right. Cookie was vulnerable.
Come on. He charged her and threw up on that bed, baby, and that was Cookie who was vulnerable.
Yep.
It was a mutual thing. So she says to him, to prove to me that you still love me.
Mm-hmm. So, and then that's when she asked, can we get married tomorrow? And he's like, oh, hold up. We said we was going to announce it at the white party. We'll be getting married next week. So he keeps to that. He's like, okay, I'll do it. I'll tell everybody. She wants him to tell everybody at the white party that they get married. So he's like, okay, I'll do it. But he also told Cookie that he's going to get rid of Anika. So I'm like, every time we think Lucius going to do right, here you go.
Oh, and he hit it with Cookie, too, on in the studio, on the soundboard. She slapped his face for something.
Oh, she said, leaving me and twisting in the wind for 17 years.
And then he said, do it again. And she did it again, and they was getting down. So remember that. So now we're at the white party. Camellia bought Hakeem a jacket.
Yeah.
That's supposed to buy her a dress. Now we're getting a real glimpse of Camellia. We see, once again, everybody wants something.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, don't let me forget that Lucius had went to a meeting with Andre, Cookie, Vernon, and some other people because Vernon and Andre had got up together again, put their heads together, and said that they were going to take over running Empire and that he could take it now because Lucius is at his sickness because there's something in their bylaws that says that if the president or whatever is sick or ailing health or what have you, we can nominate somebody to run it. And this is what Vernon is telling Andre, and he tells him it'll be you.
Right.
And he tells him that, and he said, you got my vote, you're going to get your daddy vote, you got Cookie vote, you just need to get one more vote. So they go into this meeting, and they have this meeting about Andre running the business right now, and everybody votes. Vernon says yes, and Cookie says yes, and Lucius says no. And he gets his little briefcase and walks out the office and left Andre standing there cold.
Oh, dang.
So then he has a meeting with Vernon and Andre, and he was like, how are you two going to sit up here and go behind my back and try to take my business away?
Right.
And Vernon's trying to double talk or whatever, and basically Lucius tells him, get up out here, I want to talk to my son.
He talks to him. He sets him straight. He lets, first Andre is all, you're never going to love me because I'm not talented like everybody else. And y'all don't get me, and I went to college and got my degrees. Lucius sets him straight. Like, I don't care how many degrees you have, how many white women you mess with, the white folks are not accepting you.
He said, first of all, you married that white woman and brought her up in my house.
I'm like, whoa.
Okay. And then he goes on to say that white folks is not going to accept you. I don't care how many white women you marry or how many degrees you got. Mm-hmm. And he said, the reason why he said, that's not even the reason why I don't want you to run my business. I don't want you to run my business because I don't trust you. Mm-hmm. I'm like, wow.
Dang.
Wow.
That's a blow to the chest from
That's definitely a blow. Keep it in mind that, funny thing though, when the cops came in to ask you about Booby, Andre covered for you. So I guess maybe that's why. I don't know. So anyways, we have this scene where we see Andre sitting in a recording studio.
Yeah, he in the recording studio, some crazy music playing in the background. And he's over there like heavy breathing and stuff. Next thing we know, he got the gun pointed at his head.
And I said, just before all that happened, I said, this nigga gonna kill himself. And what happened? Boom!
He had the gun right there.
We were screaming.
Right? He put it up there and he did the click. We're like, oh!
We were screaming. I had my hands over my eyes. I'm fanning and everything.
Right? I'm like, oh my goodness.
And he pulled the trigger, but no bullet came out. I don't know if he was playing Russian roulette. My husband said he couldn't be because it was automatic. But man, we saw the real super duper crazy. He getting crazier and crazier by the minute. And he wanted his wife. He wanted to try to get this senior guy that's, I guess, on the board to go along with making him the new president. So kind of find out, they go over his house for dinner, and he tells his wife, I want you to get with him and his wife, sleep with them because they like to freak. And she's like, okay, she gonna go along with it. Yeah, but when the old man rolled out in a wheelchair, and then he was talking about he had ALS. Yeah. And he was still living, but he was in a wheelchair. And he tells Cookie, he tells Rhonda, and I can still get it up. Baby!
I was like, oh no.
This bitch threw up in her dinner plate.
I would have too. Yes, I would have too. I was like, oh God, get me out of here. This is so foul.
It was nasty. The next thing you know, we see him in the car, and she letting them know, you know what? This whole mess that you want to do, don't get me in it. I don't want to be in it. Which is funny because she's the one that came up with the plan to begin with.
She was a mastermind for Andre.
Right. Willing to do anything and everything for him to get this position, take Lucia's position. Right. But baby, I guess that was her. Everybody got a line?
Yeah.
Everybody got a line. So she's like, don't put me in any of that. And now we see the real cracks in their relationship. Yeah. That we find out that their relationship is not what we think it is, that they're tight and they so in love. Love don't play no part in this whatsoever. So now we know that their relationship is really a sham. Really. So the white party finally comes, and they're all at the white party, and they actually, Lucius and Anika make the announcement.
Yeah, they make the announcement, and okay, Cookie's over here like, what? Like, hold up, because she's remembering that Lucius said he's going to get rid of her. So we're like, well, what is this? Her face all kind of twisted.
And Jamal asked her, did they do it? And she was like, more than once. And he was telling her, don't fall in love with him. He can't love nobody but himself. Mm-hmm. And what happened at the white party? It was a coming out day.
It was coming out. So Jamal tells Lucius, I made a rendition of your So Beautiful song. He's like, oh, okay, really? And Jamal's like, yeah, you're going to be proud of me, and I'm going to be up there singing it. He's like, all right, then go out there and do your thing. Mm-hmm. He sings the song. He's going through the song, everybody's jamming, and he said, when a man love a man. We was like, oh!
Right, he just came out.
And then Lucius like flashing back to when he threw him in the garbage.
Oh, it was
anger was coming over him.
It was a deep flashback. We went immediately back to them high heels and that head rag and him in the garbage. And it was just crazy. And everybody was cheering him, though. Cookie was hollering out, go, Jamal. Vernon was like,
which surprised me.
I'll be damned. Much love, brother. Yeah. And everybody was like, I think he just came out. It was insane. And the world did not stop rolling.
No, like the way Lucius thought.
That new dude, it's a new dude, a British dude, real cute little dude that is, I guess, going to be Jamal's new boyfriend. But he had this attitude of, I don't care. This is who I am. I'm setting myself as I am, and I'm out. And that really, I think, inspired and gave Jamal the courage to come out.
Right.
And So we see that, and we see the what's her name? The Naomi Campbell character, Camilla, comes over talking about she want to work on the song or do something on the song. And Cookie really just shut her down, talking about, oh, you want to play on the song and everything like that. This chick gonna have the nerve to walk up in Cookie face. I'm not one of your cell block girls. You won't talk to me that way. And Cookie was right. She was really like, bye.
So you trying to date my son who's half your age. Sit down.
Well, you're older than me. She said, I doubt it. And she said, but I know one thing. I don't mess with no boys half my age, and you will not be messing with my son. She put her on the straight and the narrow real quick, grabbed her son's face, and he didn't snatch off or anything. He's like, this one you can't have.
Right.
When Joe talking about her cougar self and everything else.
She read her. Take the mama place because I wasn't there. She just went in on her.
She really read her real good.
Like, are you trying to run me? Are you trying to boss me? I'm going to date who I want.
And Cookie just walked off of them fools. Like, I don't think so. So ultimately, in the end, Jamal came to his dad and let him know, you know what, this is who I am. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be true to me and whatever. But we also see, Cookie goes up to Anika.
Did.
This is after the announcement of the wedding. And so Anika goes, oh, you're going to come and tell me what you and Lucius did. Don't even bother telling me that. She said, oh, no, I'm just here to congratulate you, girl. You're looking good. Oh, y'all must have talked about that earlier in the day. Because later on in the day, me and him got it on again on the soundboard later in the day. But I'm just telling you that. But you look good, girl. Yeah. Congratulations. And she walked off.
Anika was so hurt. She's like, what?
What? She dropped a mind bomb on her.
So did.
And Anika takes off her, what is it? Wedding ring, Elizabeth Taylor wedding ring. She flaunting. And goes over to that white dude who was the enemy to Lucius that didn't want him to do the IPO. What's his name? Beretti. Goes up to Beretti's apartment and asks to the people down at the desk to let her see Beretti. Like, is he expecting you? She's like, no, he's not. And yeah. Like, so
we also see Jamal and Hakeem. Hakeem comes to him at Jamal's apartment. He's like, I'm just going to talk to you brother to brother. I'm really proud of you for coming out. That was really courageous.
Right. And they hugged up and stuff. And you can see the real love that exists between them. And then, you know what? The reason why they're not close to Andre is a big age difference between them. And Andre wanted to be his daddy's boy so much. But like how Jamal was saying, that he was gone all the time and working in this big superstar while they were growing up. So nobody really had a relationship with Terrence like that. So, I mean, girl, I said Terrence. With Lucius like that. So as we find out, Lucius and Cookie were gone out their life. And they kind of was raising themselves. Next week, baby.
Crazy. Beretti and them catch up to Lucius. They got their guns pointed.
Yeah. Lucius out there looking for the ops, baby.
I'm like, woo, snap.
Right, and they are not lacking. And so that's going to be good. And then Cookie is going to run in when Lucius and Anika are yuked up and say she went to Beretti. She slept with Beretti. She told Beretti this, that, and the third. So,
right. Lucius like, what?
Right.
Like, he was all taken aback.
So she gets fired, if you want to put it that way. She kicked to the curb. So we'll see what comes up. We're down to 3 episodes. The mess is getting thicker.
Jamal hugging up on old boy.
Yes.
Like, I see you.
Yes. To that new British guy. What he's doing is a family documentary for them, the British guy. And he's going to do it his way. Lucius is trying to keep family drama out of the camera. So I don't think that's going to work real good because you opened your life up to everything. The show was fantastic. Yes. I'm still loving it. We got 3 episodes. I'm hanging on to the end, God willing. And I hope you guys continue to watch us. Comment, please. Yes. We want your comments. Well, I want to know, do you think that Anika and Lucius are done? And do you think Jamal and this new dude, are they going to be together? Are they going to be a couple?
Right.
Because that dude He's definitely a top. So, anyways, you guys comment, subscribe.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up for sure. Thumbs us up. The thumbs up us up gives us the ability to make these tapes and keep us on the air.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of good things we have in mind that we want to come up with. And we just put up a catfish, by the way. It's catfish in Milwaukee. So check that out. And you guys have a blessed day.
See ya.